The UK has outlined its official stance to become completely independent and manage its own fishing waters, a government paper has revealed. The government's future relationship with the European Union document said it wants to become an independent coastal state. The stance is a strike at EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier, who has made clear that the EU wants to retain current access to UK waters under a common fisheries policy. But the document states that Britain will no longer accept the relative stability mechanism for sharing fishing quotas, branding it outdated. The UK's move could force the EU to change its position on trade talks, which are under threat as they have so far refused to move on their demands for access to British fishing waters. The document states that fishing opportunities should be negotiated annually based on the best available science. This data would be provided by the International Council for Exploration of the Seas (ICES), which provides non-political scientific advice to 51 governments across the world. The new stance will mean that future fishing opportunities sought by the EU will be similar to that of Norway, which will see stocks shared with the EU managed through annual bilateral negotiations. Quota shares are then agreed to reflect the resources' respective zones. The government said this approach would better reflect where the fish live. It also makes clear that any EU vessels granted access to fish in UK waters in annual negotiations would be required to comply with UK rules and would be subject to licensing requirements. The document added, the UK is committed to acting as a responsible coastal state and to working closely with the EU and its member states and other coastal states on the sustainable management of shared stocks in line with our international obligations. It also revealed that it was open to creating a forum with other EU member states for cooperation on wider fisheries matters outside of annual negotiations with the EU.